family, I'm back. I have gotten my daughter off to school, and I was, I guess to take Isaiah to the bus stop because it's raining. It's outside, but and it didn't dawn on me take this boy to the bus stop too, you know, and but when I got back, he's gone. So, you know, I guess boys is a little bit different. He don't give a shit about it sprinkling outside, but for her, mm-mm. She wasn't having it. She was like, Mom, can I get a ride to school? So yeah, that's nothing. No problem. Anyway, so yeah, family. So the bottom line is when it comes down to wearing your little outfits and things like that for the summertime, don't be out there wrong. Do not be out there wrong because it's people watching. There's people looking at you up and down, and especially when you start going to these concerts and outside festivals and shit in the park and all that other kind of stuff, barbecues and as y'all call it cookouts. I don't know where that term cookout came from. I don't call it a cookout. Here on the West Coast, we really don't call it a cookout. We call it a get together. You know what I mean? A barbecue or some shit like that. But I noticed that, in different parts of the world, people call it a cookout. And I've just never heard that term, you know. But I know Tony calls it also a cookout, but he's not from California, so I guess different places call it different things. But if you go into a cookout, just know that motherfuckers is gonna be looking at you from front to fucking back. You don't want to be out there raggedy like that. I mean, especially for women, because we already got to get our men together. We already got to do that. 90% of us, when they get down time to go some goddamn where, don't we got to get their ass together too? It's like, because they will put on some asinine ass shit, some of them. Some of them ain't got no sense of style or nothing else. Unless that's just the ones that the fuck I'm used to. Because it's like, damn. Well, I got to lay out all his shit half the time. Now, this weekend, I didn't have to. I didn't have to lay shit out. But see, we've been together for, a little bit. Whereas he already know Tina ain't gonna go for that shit. She's gonna say go back to the motherfucking drawing board because you is not gonna come out of there rolling with me on that mixed mac patty whack. We ain't doing that. So he already know she ain't finna go for this shirt right here. Them slacks don't go with that. You can't put stripes on with that. All that shit, nigga. You ain't finna put plaid on with it. We ain't doing none of that. So as the festivals and things get closer and everything, and I'm buying outfits for me or making me outfits, and whatever, I'll always make him something coordinated, or I'll buy him at least a top to coordinate with whatever it is that I got on. Not saying that we dressing alike, because motherfuckers ain't really rolling with that 1983 type bullshit. I don't think motherfuckers really do it like that no more. Whereas, they got the same identical shirt on and the same shorts and shit. Leave that shit alone. That's some JJ fad, some motherfuckers. Leave that shit alone. We ain't doing that. That's some old shit that motherfuckers ain't fucking with no more. Y'all do not come out there dressing like your man. Don't do it with them motherfucking Charlie Wilson goddamn hats on. If I see that shit one more motherfucking time with the C and a W on the goddamn side and shit, and her and a man be having the same motherfucking hat, I said, oh my God, because I already know. Now my boy, he hits the circus during the summers, and and I ain't mad at him. He was like, look, I got my hats come out. Like, hey, well, then run that. So so everywhere he goes, wherever circuit he hit, motherfuckers got his hats on, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, no problem, that's cool. That's showing some love for him, whatever, no problem. But then when the ladies is dressing like they dudes, though, I'm like, oh my God, what is this? What's going on? What's that? Shit, it's to each his motherfucking own. But nah, I ain't finna dress like motherfucking Kenny. I don't give a goddamn what's going on. We ain't dressing alike. Fuck that. Now we can coordinate together, but we ain't finna dress alike. That's that bullshit that we ain't on, nigga. That's some Force MD type. We ain't doing no. Excuse me. Okay, cool. Hot though. So, now when you get ready to go to your cookouts, now another thing, let me say this about the goddamn cookouts now. Show some goddamn class and coof. I mean, because, you know, I'm going to have to get y'all etiquette together come the goddamn summertime. Where's my etiquette books? Because I got etiquette books now. So I ain't just speaking shit off the dome. Though I was seemingly raised a little bit, you know, with respect for others and other people's things and shit. But, you know, a lot of people wasn't raised the same. So they don't know to show a little class and coof when you go to somebody else's house. Now, I did a video. I probably will attach it to this motherfucker right here. The video is called, what is it called? Ignorant, low class, coof. I don't know. It's something like that. I can't remember the name of it. I did it 2 years ago. But let me tell you this right the fuck right now, okay? If you are invited to a goddamn cookout, bring something. Do not bring your ass, you, your man, and all 5 of your motherfucking kids, nigga. And you gonna bring some chips and some dip. One goddamn bag of chips and some dip. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now, if you're bringing you, your man, and your children to somebody else's house, first of all, it's best that you bring enough that your family can eat. Whatever that is. If you're going to bring some chicken, make sure that that chicken is able to accommodate your family. So if you come in with a family of 5, you got to have at least a 10-piece of chicken. At least a 10-piece of chicken. If you're going to bring, say for instance, you're going to make some potato salad or whatever, make sure that potato salad is accommodating at least for your family. Then therefore, if everybody thinks like that, when you put the whole platter and the whole spread together with all of the food, everybody bought enough food and then everybody can get a little bit of everybody's. You understand what I'm saying? Don't bring your ass out there and then here, you know goddamn well you going to a barbecue. Okay? Get your goddamn slabs of ribs ready. I can't say that enough. Okay? Get your goddamn slab because everybody wants some ribs on their plate. Okay? But ribs is a little high sometimes if they're not on sale. Now, sometimes you can get them on sale for $1. I think the cheapest now I've seen is $1.29 a pound. They used to be 99 cents a pound a few years back, but you know, pork is high. It done went up a little bit. So now I think the cheapest you're going to be able to find is about $1.29 a pound. Now, let me tell you what you do with them goddamn ribs to make a slab stretch. Now, you know the slab come this long like this right here, right? What you do is you take it to the butcher and you have them split it down the middle. So now you have 2 long slabs. Now it look like you got baby backs, but they still just a regular spare rib. But it looks like baby backs now because sometimes those ribs can be rather long. They can be like 10 inches sometimes. So if they cut them in half, you got 5-inch things, and it's still proper. You know what I'm saying? It's like I mean, you know, and you got 2 slabs off of 1 slab of ribs. Now that's one little tip right there. Okay. Now, you know, if you go into a barbecue, a cookout, and you know they're going to be barbecuing, take your slabs of ribs to them at least a day beforehand. Because you know they're going to start cooking early. So if they cooking early, nigga, you can't show up at 4 o'clock with a goddamn cold-ass slab of ribs that ain't even cooked. And then, well, when the food gonna be ready? Motherfucker, it ain't gonna be ready. Because here you done brought this shit at 4 o'clock. That ain't how the game works. If you're going to a barbecue, prepare for that barbecue in advance. Okay? Get your outfit together. You have to talk with the kids. Don't be in there getting them sodas and shit out of them ice chests and things. Watch your goddamn kids. Because kids will be out there, they be on them monkey bars and hiding and running and hiding and seeking and all that bullshit. When they come back, they want something to drink. Okay? So I say, also bring a 12-pack of sodas for your crew. So not only are you going to bring your covered dish or your 10-piece of chicken, but you're also going to bring a 12-pack of motherfucking sodas. Because you know your kids is going to be going up into the goddamn ice chest. And there's always an older woman watching the motherfucking chest. You know what I'm saying? She's sitting in the cut. Them kids is going in and out of that chest. In and out of that chest. Y'all better watch y'all's children. It's going to be always somebody that's going to be watching it. Don't be out there wrong. Bring a 12-pack of sodas. You know your kid's going to be thirsty. Bring a 12-pack of sodas. Bring your covered dish or your 10 piece of chicken or whatever the case. Okay, that's good enough. Now, if you indulge in alcohol, bring your own half a pint of whatever your get down is. Because you're gonna mix it with everybody. Everybody gonna have a sip of everybody. However way y'all gonna do it. Bring your own liquor. Bring your own liquor. Don't just be sitting up there posted up. Give me a sip of that. Give me a sip of that. Give me a sip. No, you don't do that. That's very tacky. It's ghetto as hell. It's raggedy as fuck, dude. So you don't want to look out there looking bad. Okay? So the minimum that you're going to bring to the cookout, if you do not drink, if you do not smoke, you have enough to feed you and your family, and you got something for y'all to drink. That's the bare minimum. That's the basics. But if you're going to indulge in alcohol, bring your little half a pint or whatever that accommodate your ass to get you on the highest of motherfucking high, whatever your get out is, make sure you bring enough for your ass. Now, for those of you guys that indulge in a little smoke, you know what I'm saying? I ask that you stop off, get you a little knick-knack. That's a nickel bag of weed. Get you an eighth or a nickel bag. No more than that. Okay? Because we ain't out there trying to get everybody on some old, smoke fast, no goddamn. We ain't trying to get everybody on that motherfucking Raising Hell tour. We ain't doing none of that. We ain't trying to get everybody real fucked up. We ain't doing that. We ain't on the chronic. Okay? We're going to bring enough to where we can twist one up for ourselves and probably have one that, twist one. Everybody can, get a little puff off of it. Not the whereas you are riding on somebody else's coattail. Because if you indulge like that, you need to bring your own sack. Period. Bring your own sack of weed. But the good thing is, have something extra for somebody else. That's showing a little bit of class. It's not the fact that you want to get them twisted all the way up and get a head change for them. That's not that. But you were cognitive enough to say, look, check this out. I got mine, and here's a little puff for you, friend. That's where you're supposed to do that. You don't bring your ass nowhere and don't have shit that you need to get your thing on. If you want to go down there and be on the highest of motherfucking high, baby, boom. Make sure you have the shit to accommodate that. If you know you like to smoke weed and you come to a motherfucking cookout, as y'all call it, or barbecue or get down or whatever y'all want to call it, have your shit to accommodate you. Because motherfuckers is going to get old real fast when everybody puffing and passing and bitch you ain't got nothing in rotation. Motherfuckers going to be looking at you like, bitch, what's going on? First of all, it's going to be one nigga in the rotation going to be like, nigga, this right here is chronic, but this right here, nigga, some dirt weed, some shake. It's going to be somebody going to say something, okay? You already know that. So, and that's all right. It's okay to have different types because some people might have a little perp. Some might have, some old endo. Somebody might end up having some skunk weed, and somebody might end up having some plain old dirt weed. It don't matter, whatever. But if the rotation is going around, baby, put something in the rotation for everybody. That's all I'm saying. Because otherwise, you look like you are a moocher. You look like the bottom of the barrel type of shit. You don't take your ass out nowhere and don't be ready. You have to be ready, people. You got to be ready. And I can't say this enough. That when you leave, you don't take nothing fucking home. You don't take your shit back home, family, after you got ready to leave. I see that shit so much. I hear people talking about it. And it's like when you go to a barbecue, before the shit is over with, you packing shit off and having the kids take that shit to the car. You got your shit to the side wrapped up in a gang of tinfoil. That shit bothers the hell out of me too. Whereas motherfuckers, they pull a whole goddamn thing of tinfoil. That's why when I go places, okay, I never take nothing back. I don't give a goddamn what's going on. Now the hostess might say, well, I want y'all to take some of this shit home because I don't want to put this shit up and I don't want the kids eating all this cake or whatever like that. Now one thing that's okay, that's seemingly okay to take away from a barbecue, a birthday party, or wherever you go, and that's the dessert. You don't look bad by taking your cake home, okay? But you do look bad as fuck when your ass is over there bent all over that goddamn pot, and you got a whole plate of goddamn ribs and chicken, and you know goddamn well you didn't buy nothing but one goddamn package of motherfucking hot dogs. That shit look raggedy as hell. Don't you do it. Don't do it. Do not do it. That shit is raggedy as hell. Okay? So all I'm saying unto you guys, be prepared and get ready. You know this shit is coming. If you ain't got nothing but a whole gang of little stair steppers, then I ask that you bring a box of Capri Suns. You need to do something. Because it shows the people around you that you will, you know what, this motherfucker was raised, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker right here got a little class and shit. You know? That's what I'm talking about. You don't want to be out there all on some old raggedy ass shit. Girl, what you got over there to eat? Ooh, girl, ooh. If your ass ain't got enough money or whatever to go, then goddamn it, then that means that you ain't supposed to be there. That's it. Now, one thing that is universal is eating. So if you get your motherfucking food stamps between the 1st and the goddamn 10th of the month, and you know goddamn well it's gonna be a cookout on the goddamn 21st, then what you need to do? You need to go ahead on and get your slabs of ribs early. Put them in the back of your goddamn freezer. And when it's time to go, then therefore you already got your shit already ready already. Don't get to waiting until the goddamn be 18th, 19th. And it's like, oh yeah, that's right. Renee is having a party, huh? Girl, well, my money is funny. I ain't got no money right now. But I sure want to come. That shit is tacky as hell. Because you got a whole motherfucking month to get your shit together for this goddamn barbecue or cookout. Don't come up, let the shit come up to the date and you sitting up here looking crazy and sideways and shit. And here you done brought your man and your kids and all of that shit and you ain't brought shit but some goddamn bag of Oreo cookies. If you don't get your ass out of here right now, don't do it. That's not what the bomb is. That shit is tacky as hell. Excuse me. Now, the next thing I'm going to speak on. For those of you guys like to indulge into the, go to the jazz festivals and things of that nature, that is my get down. That's my ski-lo. That's how I roll in the summertime. I like to go out and about amongst people come the summertime. Now, what I do is now, like this week right now, I'm getting my kit and shit together. I'm getting my picnic on. I'm getting brand new picnic baskets. I'm going through my arsenal, seeing what I have, seeing if my chairs is cool and all that other shit. Because when you go to a jazz festival, what you got to do? You got to bring your own chairs and shit. You got to have your own chairs and your own shit when you show up down there. Don't get your ass down there and you ain't got no chair and nothing else. You ain't bring no water, no ice chest. And all that old type of shit. I'm going to get y'all together, okay? Because before the summertime comes, I'm going to show you guys my spread on how I fillet my shit out and how I set up my camp for the jazz stuff. We're going to be there all day. The shit start from 10 o'clock to about 8 o'clock at night. So you there all day. You got to have enough shit to roll with all day. You got to have some daytime shit and some nighttime shit. Now me, I got the full motherfucking picnic table, baby, that you pop out of the whole motherfucking bag. One, just like them chairs in the bag, they have picnic tables at Big 5.